What is going on, Scale My Cleaning Business members? My name is Eric Choi. I am the creative director here at Scale My Cleaning Business, as well as the founder of Be Creative Media. My whole job and my whole purpose with Scale My Cleaning Business is to create short form content, long form content, pretty much anything that has Scale My Cleaning Business on it is pretty much what I am helping design, making it look really professional, engaging, and really fun. I'm trying to study social media and trying to see the trends, see what's working, see what's not working, and trying to implement those trends and make it into our very own. But once again, I am live on a training session here to kind of guide you on how to create short form content that's going to be really engaging for your audience. So I am a firm believer that short form content is the king of marketing. It's going to be the driving force of really marketing yourself and also promoting your brand. Not only will short form content or videos going to help your company, it's going to help your personal brand, and your personal brand is going to help your company, and vice versa. So let's dive straight into it. The program that I'm going to be using today is going to be Veed.io. I pretty much have used this software multiple times, and pretty much in this video, I'm going to use a new project, aka a blank project, to kind of start from zero and get to the final end result. And I'm going to show you how this can be implemented and how easy this can be. So first and foremost, I'm going to be dragging some files and videos that I was able to acquire and just upload it straight into the project. And as it's uploading, depending on how big your videos are, it might take some time. But I encourage you to make your short form content in a 9:16 dimension, or you could do YouTube Short, you can do TikTok, you can do Instagram Story, you can do Instagram Reel. As you may notice, they're all the same dimensions because these videos are built and designed to fit within your phone screen. So let's see what's taking these uploads a long time. Hopefully I made these into time-lapse videos and not the actual full length of me doing stuff. These files and these videos are actually going to be videos of me painting and me doing some, how can I say it, some handyman work alongside with this fellow here, whom you may recognize as Min Tran. Min Tran and I actually have started a painting company approximately about 8 to 9 months ago. This is when leads were really fresh, really hot, and it was just a nice influx of business going on. It's at pause at the moment, but we do plan on starting it back up sometime soon, right around the corner when the weather starts to get a little warmer and the day starts to last a little longer as well. So as it's still uploading, we're about 55% now. I'm going to show you exactly how to get these files and make it into content that's going to be really engaging. Now, as you may notice, the content is only 1 minute and 29 seconds as of right now. Ideally, I kind of want to make this short, trimmed down to about 30 seconds. In this short, we're going to have subtitles, we're going to have music, we're going to have engaging cuts and trims so that every second is allowing the reader and the audience to stay watching it, which is ultimately going to help your algorithm and your engagement activity. And lastly, we're going to have a call to action at the very end so that whenever the audience or the reader reaches the end of that short form video, it gives them something to do. Now, your call to action doesn't always have to be at the end of the video, because that does require you to have every second of the video to be engaging for them to even reach the end of the video. I've seen some shorts and some short form content have the call to action in the middle of the video. Now, of course, it has to transition smoothly so that it doesn't seem awkward, forced, or sudden. But I'm going to show you the original way, and then I'm going to show you a way where we can probably put it in the middle. But I'm only stalling because I'm hoping that it uploads all the way through, which it looks like it has. So let's go over some of the files that we have uploaded. So this one is pretty much, I believe, a prepping sequence of one angle. Then we prep to another angle. This is where we're taping the edges so that we can cut along the edges so that we can roll without worrying that we would touch any of the frames with the door or the baseboards and stuff like that. I believe this next angle is a really unfortunate upload of, I believe it's a time-lapse video, but as you can see, it's blurry. Quality is really important. So we're actually going to delete that file and work with what we got. Oh, I believe it's still uploading. So now the file is up to 3 minutes long, but no worries. No matter how big the file may be, we're gonna work on cutting it down to more bite-sized bits. This is another angle of more prepping. This is me prepping. Hopefully it shows me, oh, I'm sorry. The full upload, the full files are actually about 10 minutes long. But this is just me submitting and filing and uploading all of the videos that I have of our, I believe our weekly painting journey. So we could probably delete a lot of the larger files so that they're more bite-sized. But the first step is to kind of draw a storyboard. What type of story or what type of message do you want to convey to your audience? What do you want to show to your audience? So I'm thinking about doing a tutorial video, a tutorial on how to prep for a big project. I'm sure a lot of cleaning business owners kind of have their own variety of prep. You probably go through a series of processes and procedures to ensure that the clean is not only clean, but also efficient, timely, and professional. I'm sure you guys have your own methods. I don't know them, but I'm sure you guys do. But in this case, I did go through a series of painting prep procedures. So with that being said, I'm actually going to do a tutorial video, not only to teach other painting companies, but also emphasize that our authority, our understanding and professionalism in painting is displayed. And I'm trying to convey that to our ideal audience. Now you may be asking, with your call to action, are you trying to be salesy? Are you trying to have the audience members do something? That's not really the case. In terms of content, what Alex Hormozi said was to provide value upon value upon value, so that when you create value, you create an audience, and the audience develops a sense of trust and belief in you, so that by the time you do ask for something or provide a service, provide the price, the likelihood of them actually investing into you is going to be significantly higher due to the fact that you're providing value upon value upon value. A lot of you business owners, if Tony Robbins, if Grant Cardone, if Alex Hormozi, if Chris Do came up to you and said, hey, I'm having a course that's built just for you and your business, it's going to cost $10,000, would you be interested? A lot of you guys would say yes, because of the trust and the value and their presence and their character was built inside of you, and you would actually invest and pursue it. Enough of me rambling on. Let's dive straight into it. So my storyboard, like I said before, is going to be a tutorial, so I'm definitely going to need these prep videos. That's definitely prep. This is more of me doing prep. I believe this is a transition into painting, so I'm probably going to delete that. This one is a close-up of the paint itself, so I'm going to delete that as well. Let me zoom out and see what other files we got going on. Oh, I guess this is it. Okay. Great, now let's play and see what we're working with. I don't really need the audio on at the moment. Yeah, this is definitely not a time-lapse video. A time-lapse video is when you get the original file and it's sped up. Yeah, no wonder this video is about 10 minutes long. All right, great. Next, what you want to do is kind of write down what steps in the tutorial video that you kind of want to show. So I'm the firm believer that all good things start in 3. So I'm probably going to come up with 3 steps that are going to be really key for prepping for painting. In your case, you would write cleaning. So for me, step number 1 would definitely lay out the cardboard on the floor. And I'll probably have another subtitle bubble that comes out explaining why. Number 2 would definitely be taping the edges. Exactly where to tape. And the why. And maybe the product. My third step would be some tips maybe. Tips on, uncommon places. People that may forget to tape certain areas. Or I'll probably figure out once I get there. But those are our 3. Laying out the cardboard, taping the edges, and tips. So let's work with that. Second step is to obviously cut it down to 30 seconds to a minute long. So let's do about 30 seconds. This is going to be a really quick short form. That's going to be snack size, bite size, really easy, shareable, stuff like that, and really fun. So let me pick my first file. I like this one. This is a part where we're rolling out the cardboard and taping it down, I believe. Yes. Great. I'm going to zoom in so that we can... And you don't have to do a time lapse. I noticed that if you make a file into a time lapse, it's still going to take a long time to render. So a different style you can do is jump cuts. Jump cuts is when you feature a certain frame, and we cut that, and maybe we'll cut this part here, so that instead of seeing all of this, right, with the new cuts, now it'll start to look like this. You guys get what I'm saying? So usually what I'll do, my method, if I do the jump cut method, is to play the video and sort of cut clips in a way where I envision the full video is going to look like. So for example, I am envisioning that there's going to be music, jump cut, jump cut, jump cut. Now I don't want to jump cut to another clip where it looks the same. Oh, I didn't mean to jump cut that part. Oh, actually, yes, I did. Maybe I'll skip ahead to a part where we're doing some different step. This scene is good, so we'll cut that. Cut this whole chunk off right here. And this is all V'd, by the way. If you want to cut, you press on this little split button. If you made a mistake like I did earlier, you can press this undo button as well. Cut. I'm gonna add another cut here. So that last scene was me taping the cardboard. Still me taping cardboard. We don't want to see another clip similar to that. Maybe he could be moving some stuff around. Maybe he's laying down some weight on the cardboard, which is a effective strategy, especially when you're managing rolled cardboard, because they always tend to fling around since they've been rolled for God knows how long. Make sure these two are connected like that, because if they're not connected, there's going to be like a black space there after you render the final product. So whenever you stitch and delete clips, make sure you're able to stitch them back together. So let's keep going. I want another cut in there. Just an angle of Min dropping something or putting something down as a counterweight to the cardboard. This whole video is pretty much me with that angle. So we're gonna cut all that part out. Another angle of Min putting stuff to the side to put weight down, or maybe he's moving some stuff around so that he can tape the other side of the wall there. So make sure a couple seconds of that is featured, and then we'll cut that out. Then all of this is probably going to be the same angle of me taping. Yep. More stuff. Let me cut that out. Drag over so that they are connected. Boom, just like that. Have a couple of seconds of that go by. We'll split that again. Like I said before, if there's another part where Min walks over and drops stuff to the side, we'll probably just stop cutting those scenes, only because we've seen Min do that a couple of times. So we can actually probably cut this whole part out unless there's something else here. I like this scene here where Min and I are communicating. So maybe I'll clip that as a next cut in a way. Make sure these are connected. Boom, just like that. I'll probably have a couple of seconds of those go by. Communicate. Great. Then we'll cut. And let's see what else we got going on. Oh, is this a scene where he rolls it out? Oh, great. We definitely need that scene. As you can see, this is it's repetitive, but it's also in a way therapeutic, because you know that this video is going to turn out great, and this is what the trend is nowadays, right? We'll have a couple of seconds of that go by, cut that out. Great. So after a couple of cuts, this is what it looks like so far. It's kind of buffering, so let's give it some time. So as you're cutting, you're going to realize that there's going to be lots of open gaps, and you kind of want to bring those other files forward, because if you don't do it now, you're going to have to do a lot more work later. So after you do a couple of cuts, you'll notice that all the cuts here are lined up in this area. And if you zoom out, you'll notice that the other files are waiting to be worked on. So make sure you drag your files over just so they're all in the same space. Let's drag this one over. Hopefully I'm not missing any more files here. Nope, this is just one big file. Awesome. You'll also see how long each clip here. If you click on the file and scroll to the left, you'll notice that this one file here is going to be about 9 seconds long. So just to go over everything, after you make your several cuts, this allows you to not only trim your video, but also control the cuts and the engagement for your audience. I highly discourage you to have any clips longer than 5 seconds, because if you're making a 30-second video, the whole goal is to keep the audience and to keep the reader actively watching your post. So any clips that are a little awkward, a little long, may result to them continuing to swipe past your reel. So the first couple of seconds are really important. So this clip is about 9 seconds long. Let's cut this down. by clicking on the split button here into now what is not even 2 seconds, which is okay. And as you guys may know, after you cut that part out, you definitely want to delete the other part of the video. And of course, drag and stitch so that they're together. All right, guys. Great, now let's go over to the next file. This whole file here that we have next is going to be about 30 seconds long, even. This is just a different, give me 1 second, everyone. This is just a different angle of us taping stuff. If you are recording any angles for your cleaning business, definitely do multiple different angles. Yes, the jump cuts do keep the retention, but if it's just repetitive jump cuts without a change of an angle, they're eventually going to keep swiping. So as you guys may see, we're still prepping, but this is a different angle. So now we're kind of almost clicking the refresh button on their attention span. But I don't want this clip to be too long. Let's see what we're working with here. We got Min taping the floors here. Gotcha. Let me jump cut to here, just so you can see, so the audience can see both of us. We're taping, we're taping, we're taping. Let's do another jump cut here into another significant moment of that clip. This is pretty much the same thing that we're doing, same thing. I think this is going to be, I think what's going to be really cool is if we jump to here, showing me that I started the taping or the cutting process of this closet. Work our way down. We'll do another jump cut here. Jump cut here to me reaching about halfway through. And then we'll jump cut here to where I am finishing the bottom here. And as you guys play around with Veed.io more and more often, you'll soon see that this is going to be really easy and that you can produce mass tutorial or how-to short form content for your business. Now, just like that, we were able to just get 10 minutes of raw footage with these 2 clips that we were able to successfully cut and make it into more bite-sized, engaging content. Now, this is without subtitles or the music. So let's see what we got so far. So it's buffering because it's still uploading everything. Now, as you can see with some music, you'll see that this is gonna look like a lot of the how-to cleaning tutorial videos that you've probably seen online. Jump cut, jump cut, jump cut. Great. So it was a little jumpy, and that's only because the original file of this project is still significantly long. As you can see, this whole video here is about 7 minutes long, but that's because we haven't touched this one clip here yet. So those of you who are just joining now, you'll notice that I am talking really fast, and we are in a part of the training where you guys were probably like, oh, we probably missed the beginning. That's not a problem. This video is going to be uploaded about an hour or 2 hours after this is posted, and then you guys can see exactly what the beginning stages look like. But for recap, for those of you guys who are just joining, we were able to figure out a way to create short form content in terms of cleaning business owners. As you guys may know, short form content is the king of marketing as of right now, especially for promoting your business or your personal brand, vice versa, because short form content is something that's more snack size, it's more easier to share, it's engaging, and that's what you want for your personal brand or for your business. Who knows, your personal brand can even help your business as well. So in terms of short form content, especially if you're doing how-to tutorial videos, they're really good and they perform really well because they kind of show the audience that you are knowledgeable in your field, you're very professional, you're approachable on social media, and it just helps your overall presence and the algorithm of your accounts. So with these how-to and tutorial videos, you can either do a time lapse with a voiceover. You can do a time lapse with subtitles. You can do jump cut instead of time lapses, depending on how good your softwares are in rendering, and do it that way. I apologize. My friend here wanted to interrupt our training session, our unofficial mascot of Scale My Cleaning Business. But yeah, as I was saying, there's two methods to how-to or tutorial videos. You can do jump cuts or you can do time lapses, just whatever is comfortable for you. So let's review what we have so far, especially in the beginning. They got us prepping, jump cut. And trust me, without music, it's very awkward. So definitely add your music onto your videos after the project is done. This one is actually a time lapse, but I also implemented the jump cut method to the time lapse as well, which works just as well. Now, this is me taping the window. This is the last file that we're going to touch. Those of you guys who are watching, if you guys don't know which software I'm using a software called Veed.io. I think the starter plan starts for like $10 or something like that. Really affordable, really fun to use. Has tons of tools and resources for you to make your short form really professional. A lot of professional accounts actually use Veed.io to kind of put in their subtitles, to kind of put that little progress bar that Gary Vee does. That's actually built on Veed.io, which I believe is pretty cool. But this is me, I guess, getting the tape ready, or I guess I'm fighting with the tape to have it stop sticking onto my fingers after I tape. But yeah, so let's put a bunch of jump cuts here. So we got a jump cut of me opening the tape. I don't want the next clip to be me still opening the tape. I probably want to do another jump cut to where I start applying the tape to the window edges. That's one right there. Cut that part off. And then the next cut shouldn't be me pressing down on that same spot on the window. I'll probably do another side of the window. That's me, that's me. There we go. And we'll make that into a cut as well. Drag and fill in. Awesome. Now be careful, if you stitch videos and if you try to connect them again, if you drag over the original clip, it's gonna actually delete that clip, so you guys gotta be careful. So let's see. Yep, there's that clip. I'm gonna drag and just connect it very carefully like this. Perfect, so you still have that one clip. Remember, the split button here is going to be your best friend. So, and once you get comfortable, don't be too fast with the cutting and splitting process, because if you go too fast and don't check your work afterwards, you'll realize you've cut a part where you didn't mean to cut intentionally. So I'm looking at this clip here. I just taped both sides. Let me cut to the next scene to where I finish off here. Yep. Great. Sure. Awesome. And then let's just finalize this scene here. Let's just end it all off. Great, let's just do that. And then finally drag and drop that clip at the very end. Let's zoom out of the project to see if we have any more files. Nope, that seems to be it. And just like that, guys, we were able to get a 10-minute video and make it into about 38 seconds. Now let's review what we got so far, shall we? So we got step 1 out of the way, which is the cutting process, or I guess not step 1, that's step 2. Step one was to get the files that you need and drag and drop into the blank project on Veed.io. And then the second step was to cut and split those videos in a way that you want to. If you're doing the jump cut method, if you're doing time lapse, you can just click on the file and click on time lapse just so it can be sped up a bit more. Seems to be buffering at the moment. While it's buffering, I'll just rename this project into session, and I believe today is the 27th. Save that. So it seems to be buffering. It's okay. I'll just probably show you guys what it looks like. Let's pause this for now. So the video starts off with us prepping, jump cut to us prepping the floors, and then it should jump cut to us taping the doors and the baseboards right about now. Right there. Yep, different angles are very important. And we're jump cutting to me doing the window. Now you see that moment where it turns black for a second? That means our clip was not connected. You see if I zoom in all the way, there's that gap there. You definitely want to eliminate that gap by dragging and dropping your file closer to the video. And if you do that to 1, the rest are going to be like that too. So just be mindful of that, everyone. Yep. Yeah, just make sure everything is, oh, there's one right there. You guys have no idea how many times that I was able to clip and stitch projects and forget one thing so that the video would turn out great except for like 25 seconds in where there's just a black space for like 3 whole seconds, which looks really awkward. But back to it. We got jump cut here, me prepping and then prepping the windows. And if you guys were here in the beginning, you'll know that when I create the storyboard of what the short form was going to look like, I wanted to first show us laying at the cardboard and taping that in, and then taping the edges of the door frames and the product that we use and why we tape. And then the third step of the storyboard was going to be, you know, tips, tricks, and taping uncommon areas. So, and I was able to get the 10-minute file down to about 38 seconds, which is ideally what you want your short form content to be. Let's zoom back out so that we can click to where we want to click. Awesome. So with this how-to or tutorial video, we can either do it in 2 ways. We can do a voiceover, or we can just put in subtitles. Now I know a lot of you guys are a little camera shy and are a little self-conscious about your voice, which I completely understand. If that's the case, I do recommend a subtitle route. Or you can do if you aren't so camera shy, what you can do is actually do a voiceover or have another video in the corner here of your face talking about the procedures and the processes of your job. Like I said before, a lot of you guys are cleaning business owners, so I'm sure all of you guys have like your own versions of prep, your own procedures on how to not only effectively clean, but also be timely and professional. In this video, I'm showing you guys how to do it, but in a ways of painting, because Min and I actually started the painting business about a couple of months ago, and I decided to record the entire process, and I found that if I made a training video on this, it's going to be really beneficial for those who are in the service-based industry like you guys. So here we are. So after all the cutting that we all did together, I can now finally implement some of the titles. So this is the first one. Remember I talked about laying at the cardboard? I'm actually going to put that right here. So what you're going to do on Veed.io is actually go on text, click on headline, and drag it to where you want the title or the head title to end, which is going to be right here. And you can see that Veed.io already assumes that you want the title to stop at that clip there. what v.io is going to do is actually align your text for you. Just like that. So the title is always there until the next jump cut, which is going to be my step 2. So let's label this, shall we? So as you can see, this light here is preventing the white font from being really shown or exposed. So with steps like this, what I like to do is actually change the font to Poppins. I love the Poppins headline title, I apologize. Maybe we can keep it white, but have a rounded background at the very end. And I like colors that stand out. Yellow with white is not really a good idea. Blue is good, red is good, green is good. So let's do our company colors. Our company colors are like blue. So let's do this shade of blue here. I definitely want to stop the audience members from scrolling. So maybe I'll create another title here, but that'll only last a couple of seconds long, saying how to properly prep for, that could be one, or another really catchy title can be painting, how to paint an Airbnb home, because this was an Airbnb home, or prepping an early 1900s building, because this building was actually pretty old. This building was built like a while ago. But in this one, I'm gonna say how to prep for I want to emphasize on painting. So what I'll do is actually, oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's undo that. I actually want my first step to be featured later, so I'll probably have that show up later. I can do that by doing this. Let's enlarge in this so that it stands out a little bit. How to prep for painting. And maybe I can throw in a little animation there just to have it stand out. Same thing for this, animation, fade. And then obviously guys, I told you step 1 was gonna be step 1, prep floors. I'm gonna change that color just to keep the retention on there. I can put in the middle. That's good. Okay, so far, as soon as someone swipes into our video, it's gonna be how to prep for painting. If I want to build suspense, maybe I can have it come in later. So as soon as they swipe onto the video, I did that wrong. There we go. How to prep for painting. Step 1, prep the floors. Another trick is to actually kind of explain the process, but have it not last so long so that if someone didn't get the chance to read the whole thing, they actually have to rewatch the video to read what you meant to say, but that counts as another view. That's a pro trick, actually. So I want to say step 1, prep the floors. Laying down cardboard will prevent any potential stains or damages. Maybe we can have this animated like a text or a typewriter, sorry. So as of right now, we have this. How to prep for painting. Step 1, prep the floors. Probably have explanation show up a little earlier. Laying down cardboard will prevent any potential stains or damages, which is good. And then it goes on to step 2, which is good. This part is pretty much now repetition. We're going to copy step 1, have it here, and line it up with the last upload that we kind of want to match it with. Then we'll copy and paste the explanation and line that up with what we just outlined. Obviously, you want to switch up the colors to keep them engaged. So instead of red, let's do green. And then for this one, same exact thing. Effect color, green. Great. Obviously, we want to change up the wording. You don't want to do step 1 twice in here. So we'll say step 2, tape the edges of closets, doors, and baseboards. Yep. And then I'm going to click on our explanation here and say, this allows you to cut the edges, which will help you roll paint without worrying about hitting doors and edges. Great. I'm going to raise this up a little bit. Very simple. You have step 1, step 2, and if you copy and paste, the animation stays the same. Now, finally, step 3. So, same process here. We copy and paste the step, paste it onto our file here, copy and paste the explanation, and make sure it's lined up. This is obviously not lined up, so what I'm going to do is we're going to actually have to manually line that up. So normally you would line it up to here, but since this is our last file and I want to add a call to action at the very end, I'm going to line it up here and then line the explanation up there. What's the next step, guys? Change the color. Why? Because we can keep the attention of the audience. Now, with a yellow background, you don't want to have a white font. You definitely want to have a black font or some dark color so that the words can actually stand out. Pro tip. Obviously, we can't have step 2 where step 3 needs to be. So I'm going to switch it. Step 3, tape hard to reach areas. Hard to reach is one of those words where all 3 are hyphenated, because hard to reach sounds like one word. So those hyphenated areas are important. There you go. I like that look better. There we go. Explanation. Like I said before, if you copy and paste, the animation and the placement are all going to be in the same spot. This comes in. Oh, I did that wrong. If you guys do what I did, you can always undo. This helps with preventing All right, great. So let's review. in just 5 to 7 minutes, I was able to put all of my subtitles in the video, which makes it look really pro. You probably have seen these types of videos. I'm giving you guys the knowledge and the wisdom to now make it your very own and to make it in your own way. So in the very beginning, we got the first header, how to prep for painting. Step 1, prep the floors, explanation. Same thing. Step 2, explanation. Step 3, explanation. Now to add a call to action. I'm gonna add a call to action, guys. We're just pretty much there. You guys know the drill. Copy, paste, copy, paste. Obviously, the sizes here are wrong. So let's have it line up. Of course, it has to line up with the video itself, and v.io will do that for you, which is really helpful. I may not need these subtitles here, so I might just delete this one and just have this one be my call to action. Maybe I can say that a property for us to paint. Oh, I change the color. Let's do white. Actually, apparently I didn't need that one header. If your header doesn't want to cooperate with you, you can zoom in and it should work out. There we go. That looks to be better. Okay, got a property for us to paint, and then I'll just put a number there. Oh, that was not good. Always check your work, guys. All right, now let's review. So after step 3, I'm not gonna start from the beginning. After step 3, that's when it shows up. After that video clip is over, it cuts to the last file here. Got property for us to paint. Boom, number. I'll probably have some animation in there to make the number stand out. So instead of a typewriter sort of animation, I'll probably just do probably just do a drop. Great. So there we go. Step 1, drop the files that you want. Step 2, split, which is probably the only thing that's gonna take a long time. Long time isn't like anything more than like 8 minutes. No worries. And then 3, subtitles. And finally, number 4, we're gonna drop in some music in there. Now with music, you can use the music that Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram offers. But sometimes I do encourage you guys to kind of experiment with original audio, which is going to be the audio that you put in. Okay. The music that I like this one. Sure. And after you drop the audio, it should show up at the very bottom here. Blue is going to be any audio file. And of course, these sizes are wrong. So you want to line it up. And you want to check to see that everything is lined up. You see how the text here kind of sticks out from the video audio, or the video. So you want to make sure it lines up. Maybe I'll do zoom in a bit more. There we go, it's a lot easier. If you can stick, that'd be great. Awesome. Stick. Then stick. And audio would be really awkward if it just ends on a really loud note. So I might just do the fade in, fade out feature. So it fades in about like a second in and then fade out with 2 seconds left in the audio. And this 100% is always a little loud for me. So I like to bring it down to like 68% or like 50 to like 75 is pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a listen. And while you are watching this video again, I would encourage you guys to Check for any spelling errors. Got a property for us to paint or grammatical errors. Please, grammatical errors are important. Tape hard to reach areas. This helps with preventing paint to seep/spread. Is that how you spell seep? Seep. Right, great. Nice. That's how you spell seep, guys. Seep/spread onto windowsills. Is windowsills one word? See, that's important. Like that. Windowsills or unwanted areas because the tape will block it. Okay. Tape the edges of closets, doors, and baseboards. Is baseboards one word? Excellent. This allows you to cut the edges, which will help you roll paint without worrying about hitting doors and closet edges. Great. Step 1 for the floors. Laying down carpet will prevent any potential stains/damages. And then I believe the first couple headers were prep for painting, right? Yes. All right, now I'm gonna play. You're not gonna hear the music because I still have yet to figure out how to have you guys listen to what I'm listening. It's in slow motion. I guess it's in slow motion. Kind of like it. I didn't plan for that to happen, but I guess when I was uploading the files, I had one of the videos in slow motion, but it kind of works out. It has you on edge and kind of continuously watching. Once you're happy with everything, click on the top right here, export. If you have a pro package, you can upload it in 4K, YouTube 4K, YouTube 1440, so on and so forth. The higher the pixels, the more quality that it's going to have. So for me, I always prioritize quality. So I'm probably gonna upload it in 4K, which is gonna be the highest quality, high resolution. It does have long rendering times, but with the regular package, HD option is available, which is still fine. It's high definition. It's probably gonna come out like 720 pixels, which is still good enough. And what's cool about Veed.io is like if you have a really long video that's rendering that's going to take a long time, there's going to be a pop-up message that comes up here saying, still waiting, we'll email you once it's ready. And then they'll notify you once the video is done rendering. Once the video is done exporting, it's going to give you a downloading option. Obviously it says downloading will be available once the video is ready. Once you can download it, you can trust that the dimensions are going to be fine, it's going to work out, and then you could get that final file, that's hard to say, final file, and post it to whatever platforms you guys want. Now, of course, this training did take an hour, but once you get really comfortable, making short form content like this is going to be extremely easy. Now, you don't have to stitch multiple videos together. You can have one video, but make sure there's like some cuts here or there, or switch up the angles here or there to keep the engagement there per se. Anyone can do this. There's not really a lot of videos out there showing you how to make videos like this or how to make how-to or tutorial videos this way. You always just see it on your For You pages and for your For You feeds. With this video and with this knowledge that you guys have, there's no reason for you to not be able to make this. Now, I see that priority, some of the members here have already attended this. You guys are here, which is good. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Hope you guys are well. But I know you guys have someone that makes your short form for you, and I know you guys do a lot of how-to and tutorial stuff. Congrats. I see that you guys kind of like switched up the YouTube short style, and I see that one of the videos or a couple of videos got a couple hundred views, which is good. Congrats on that. If you're doing how-to, you don't always need to speak. You can just record you doing it and then put in subtitles like the one I did here. Having subtitles allows you to, I should use subtitles. captionings, I should say. Having captions allows the person to be reading it, and while they're reading it and wanting to learn more, or while they're learning, it causes them to watch the video for a longer period of time. And for them to watch a longer period of time, the algorithm is going to recognize that a lot of the viewers and the audience is taking a significant amount of time watching the video. Therefore, the algorithm is going to dictate that that video is potentially valuable and it's worth sharing and it's worth being featured on other people that are looking up similar topics or are wanting similar videos on their For You feed. And this is what the final project looks like. So after it exports and renders, there's not going to be a lot of buffering because it's done exporting. You guys don't hear it, but there is music happening in the background. Of course, after it exports, it still decides to buffer. I'm so confused on why this is in slow motion, but I kind of like it because the previous clip was a time lapse. So visually, there's a contrast there, and the human eye loves contrast. Okay, that's fine. I'm sure once I download it, it won't buffer. Download MP4. And then what I'm gonna do is I just stop sharing, but pretty much I get that file, drag and drop it onto my desktop, and then now I can airdrop it or email it to myself on my mobile, because I know for Facebook and Instagram, if you wanna, or TikTok too, if you wanna post a reel, you're gonna have to do it mobile. So always mail it to yourself or airdrop it to yourself. And then finally, here is the end result. Just try to imagine that there's some pump up electronic disco music in the background. That's funny. And this video was only 39 seconds long. Great. Awesome. Now, time for some questions. What are some questions, guys? Talk to me.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right, thanks. And you?
I'm doing well. How can I help you?
I kind of had a question. I don't know how related this is to what we're talking about today, but I'm kind of having troubles with videos on iPhone because, Becky did a video once, and she was trying to record the before and the after shot so we could use it, but it was kind of like the same thing. You couldn't really see the difference from before and after on the video.
Oh, so the problem is not the technical side of things. It's more of the actual before and after.
Yeah, actual before and after.
Gotcha. So she probably sent you two clips, right? One clip of the before and the second clip of the after.
Yeah.
What you could do is you could probably like brighten up the video in the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would definitely type in captions of like exactly what methods you guys use to make the bathroom better. Now you can say, now that the bathroom is clean, this, or not bathroom, but now that this area is clean, this prevents any growth in molds, or it prevents bacterial growth, or it looks better. It looks more professional. This cleaning will last X amount of days or like X amount of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the very end, you can be like, see you next week or see you next month or something like that.
Okay.
It is unfortunate that you can't really see the before and afters. I would definitely get the clip and maybe enhance the brightness of it just so
Right.
it looks brighter and shinier per se. You could try
Mm-hmm.
that method and then definitely
Okay.
talk about the methods used and how it helps the client in the captions.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Sure, and if you want to send me any final results or stuff like that, I would definitely encourage you
Mm-hmm.
to send me that over on Messenger or you can email me, whatever is easiest for you.
Okay. All right. I'll definitely do that.
Awesome, sounds good.
Right.
Dominique and Rod, do you guys have any questions?
Hey, Eric, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. So before I ask my question, I just wanted to add on to the question. I had an answer for what she just said.
Hmm.
What I found that works for me sometimes is trying to make it exact, like the before and after. Try to get it exact as possible. A trick that really works, I say if I'm doing the living room or something, right, and the lamp is in the corner, I'll try to focus on that lamp. That makes sense.
So
Hello?
you're
Can
talking
y'all hear me?
about like focusing on that certain area, not like really doing a canvas shot, but focusing specifically on that area.
Yeah, like so if I'm cleaning the living room or something,
Right.
I would try to get it exact as possible. So I would
Mm-hmm.
like line the lamp up with like the corner of my phone. If you can you get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I get it. I get
Just
it.
try to make it exact as possible. Sometimes it helps because I know sometimes it's hey, it just might not look any different. But I notice in some people's photos sometimes you're catching a whole different angle, which kind of throws
Mm-hmm.
it off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's a trick I've been doing
Yeah.
for some years now. And
Yeah.
hiding if you can.
Yeah. It's Carmen, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's me.
Gotcha. So yeah, I'm sure you understood what Dominique was saying. Like if you're
Mm-hmm.
recording a property, like if you're starting from this corner, or like if an object is in the corner of your screen, then try
Mm-hmm.
to like, and if you go in this motion, in the after, I
Okay.
would definitely encourage you to tell Becky to record the same exact way. Because
Okay.
although it's the same shot, you want to really emphasize the difference within the
The
shot.
difference. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know you aren't personally going there and recording it, but
Mm-hmm.
I think since you're assisting her, I think it would really help if you provided her an example.
Okay.
I think she would really appreciate that.
All right. Okay. I will do that. Thank you so much, guys.
Of course, of course. Thank you, Dominic, for the feedback. You said you
That
wanted
was
to ask me a
Rod.
question. Oh, that was Rod. Sorry, I see.
Yeah.
I see
So
two different ones.
I know we came in kind of late today. We thought it would be at 12.
Uh,
I know I was hitting you up on Messenger about the video, but I didn't realize it was actually, the same video. Like our first Zoom call, or at least my first Zoom call with you.
uh-huh.
I know you did one with Sunday with us and Sunday,
Yes.
and I think I seen it on YouTube, but I don't anymore.
Oh.
I don't know if it was on you, but either way, if you could send me that one because I'm trying to get my sister on board with it too.
Ah.
Because this is like totally new to her. She hasn't.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
Yep.
Awesome.
David Ao.
Gotcha. Instead of referring her to the video, I don't think I posted it on YouTube because I didn't get your guys' consent. I believe it's still on Vimeo. I did set it to public. Let's see if I click on that.
So I know the video I asked you about. That wasn't the one with Sunday in it. I thought it was, but that was like our original, the first call.
Oh, I see. Let me see. Fine.
Or I don't
Okay.
know if it's okay if maybe I don't know how her schedule is, or but maybe
Gotcha.
one day she could
I
hop
think,
on. Maybe.
yeah, I think the easiest route is for you guys to schedule a call with me with, I believe you said your sister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so with that, she can come up with any questions she wants to ask me, and then I can share the resources that I use to make short form content. Is your sister going to be handling short form content?
She's gonna be helping me out more so with like Instagram and stuff.
Okay, great. So short form content for Instagram is going to be really important. So yeah, we can talk for about 30 minutes to an hour about what resources I use, some strategies, how you can assist her, how you can guide her with the resources that I provided, along with the knowledge that you've already acquired while doing this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be easiest, and I think she would really appreciate that, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, because she's still been going the Canva route, and I know that takes
Uh,
longer.
Yeah, it does. Sure, yeah. I'll send you my Calendly meeting for meetings like that, and then just click a time that works best with you and your sister, and then we'll get that rolling.
Okay.
Awesome. Does anyone else have any further questions?
What's good, Eric? It's Dominic.
Gotcha. Hey, Dom, how are you?
I'm doing well, man. How about yourself?
I am fantastic. How can I help you?
Actually, Rod, we I think we told you on the last call that we have like a content creation day. So, Rod, could you share with Eric the list of videos that we plan to shoot, and then maybe we can get some suggestions, uh, on how you would shoot the video and subtitles, just how you would go about it.
Okay.
Yeah, Rod, you can send me that document or that link with me, or you can share it. If it's a Google Doc, you can share it with me with this email here that I am going to send you right now. You should
So
get
I
that on
create
your
like
messenger.
the notes, like iPhone notes.
Oh, iPhone notes? You can screenshot it and send it to me then. And then I can send
Okay,
you feedback over on Messenger.
I got it.
Gotcha. Awesome. Any other questions, everyone?
That's it for me.
Fantastic.
Eric,
Yes.
are you still doing your one-on-one calls?
Yes.
Okay. And we still use this. We still go through the same link to book the call with you.
No. But Carmen, you should save my email,
Okay.
which I just sent in the Zoom chat. Let me know if you see it.
No. Okay, here we go. Be creative.
Yeah. So send me an email and
Mhm.
say it's Carmen, and just
Okay.
remind me to send you a Calendly link, and I'll send it to you through there. Okay.
Okay. All right. No problem. Thank you.
Of course. Well, thank you guys so much for your time. Becky, Carmen, tell Becky I said hello.
Will do.
Dom and Rod, I look forward to our conversation very soon, and I'm looking forward to the video ideas you guys have. And let's schedule a call to speak privately with the three of us. Well, I guess with the four of us with Rod's sister. But other than that, have a great rest of your week. It's Monday. It's about to be March. Spring is coming up. I'm sure you guys have big plans for quarter number 2. But other than that, go out and kill it. And I'll see you guys next Monday.
All right, man. Take care. Appreciate you.
Take care, everyone.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.